Kevin, you motherfucking avatar. You better start the fucking after the show now, motherfucker. Avatar ass bitch.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, hello, and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Happy Friday. Weekend is here. Yeah. Shake it around, baby. Virginia, she could not wait to get to New Orleans and Jazz Fest. She's like, Cal, do you mind if I leave a little bit early today? Mom wants to get her drink, and I've never flown sober in my life. I don't know if I could do it. Can I please leave now? I said, of course. I mean, I wouldn't want to stand between you and your alcohol.
I did that for the first time in my life ever. When I came back from Oregon during Christmas break,
yeah,
my flight back, I didn't have a single drop of anything. I was stone cold sober on the flight.
Okay.
It was
bold.
It was bold.
That is bold. How'd it go?
I figured something out. I don't have a problem once we're up in the air in the plane. That doesn't freak me out unless there's some terrible turbulence.
Okay.
It's the airport. The airport is so stressful for me.
Yeah, you know what? I've talked to other people, and it's not an anxiety of the plane and the flight. It is the anxiety of parking, getting your bags taken care of, going through the airport, going through TSA, dealing with waits, and then also, too, the anxiety is my flight going to take off on time or is going to be canceled a ton of times.
Concourse B, Concourse C. I'm like, oh
yeah.
my, no, it's too much.
Yeah, a lot of people just hate the entire experience of it.
And I tend to hold my ticket in my hand. It's a terrible move. And hold a drink in another, and then I'll end up putting something down for a second to readjust, and then I'll leave my ticket on some fucking kiosk somewhere.
Yeah, I've done that before. I did that time I was flying back all high from Portland. I was like, and I heard like, Kevin Ralston. I'm like, huh?
Shit.
And I didn't know where it was coming from. You know, like, everything's so weird. And they had my boarding pass. Oh, my God.
Well, you texted me 12 hours later, like, hey, dog, I think I'm still high.
I got high on the West Coast. I was still high by the time I was in South Florida. That's absolutely terrible.
That sucked when you finally want to get off that ride.
Yeah. Do not hit Wiz Khalifa's DJ's pen. That's just my only advice to you.
You hit it twice.
It's bad. I shouldn't have hit it at all. You know, what the hell am I doing?
You went from no weed to hitting it twice. I mean, some pretty potent shit.
First time I had weed in 20 years, and I go to, you dumbass.
You're used to that old man's 90s weed.
Yeah, I know. I thought I was going up light, just hitting it twice. Well, with Virginia out, we're going to bring in a very special guest. Love this dude. Been watching his content for a really long time, and I think anybody in South Florida is going to see it and love it as well because it's very relatable. OMGItsWicks, and he's built up quite a following. I mean, you know, being mainly with South Florida content and all that stuff, he's got like 560,000 followers.
Well, he does good stuff too. That helps.
Yeah, he really does. So, really happy to have him on. I think Denny's just going to be punching him up here. Now we're going to give this a shot. So we got Wicks all standing by and ready to go, Denny's. He's on you there, Wicks?
What's going on? How y'all doing?
We got him.
Doing good, man. Doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain at all.
Good, man. Good. Looking good. Look how crisp and clear he's looking in that.
I know. This is great.
Yeah. Everything's looking awesome, man. Where are you at right now, dude? I know you're going to be here in South Florida on Saturday. You're going to be in Boca. Are you on this side of the coast yet?
No, not yet. I'm in Southwest Florida, so I actually live just across the state. So I'm in Lee County.
Okay.
So I'm probably driving over tonight, and then I have an event tomorrow morning, and then I'll be in Boca 2 shows tomorrow night.
I saw the show you did, Sunrise Theater and Stewart, and man, you had a packed house. It looked like a great show.
It was a lot of fun. We were in the Lyric Theater in Stewart, and then we did Fort Pierce Sunrise Theater like 2 weeks later. It was definitely some crazy energy on the East Coast, so I'm excited to come to Boca. So.
Yeah, I think the East Coast energy is a little bit different than that West Coast energy.
I mean, you know, we deal with more of the hurricanes on this side, so we always head on a swivel over here. But I don't know, because we just did Sarasota last weekend, and it was crazy too. So I think it's just Florida energy in general.
Yeah.
It's been crazy.
Yeah, now that's one thing, to get into. And what do your shows look like when you do a show? Because I know what you're doing on Instagram. When you're live, what kind of content are you doing?
So we do a stand-up show. It's a traditional stand-up show, but my stand-up show is more about my Florida experiences, which I'm learning more and more every city we do, and even with me making content, that it's not just my experience, it's an experience that most of us share, especially growing up here in Florida. So I started out just telling my story and realized it's a lot of our stories. So it's more like the stand-up version. Mm-hmm. And then after the show, we do a question and answer, so they get to ask me anything they want.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, well, we'll keep that open, too. If people want to throw some questions at you, they definitely can.
Oh, yeah.
I want to get more into this now. How did you start off doing this? Where did you get the idea? What was your very first video? And even more than that, sometimes, what was the first video where you knew you were starting to connect? What was that video, and what was the feedback you were getting?
I actually started on TikTok. A lot of people know me from Instagram now and maybe Facebook, but I actually started on TikTok. And I was just bored in the house, and I started making videos. I've always loved sketch comedy, from the Chappelle Show and In Living Color, Mad TV, Saturday Night Live. You know. So I've always been a fan of sketch comedy. And I got the opportunity on TikTok because I was bored to just start making sketch comedy. And I think I made a video about how the Florida summer beat me up. Because I had this joke about, way back in the day, about how I had to call the police on the Florida summer or the Florida sun because it beat me up. And it started with that video. It went viral, and then I just started adding characters. And then the flip phone came, and then, it just been crazy ever since. You
got so many great gadgets. That's the one thing I love is, and I think what really builds is you have the catchphrases, the what's going on out here, the flip phone activated. Yeah. That's Florida right there. And I'm just kind of curious, your audience, with those numbers, I imagine you have a huge audience outside of South Florida that may not even relate to what you're doing.
Well, yeah, I think it's just, so it was Florida in general. We just did a sold-out show in Tallahassee. Mm-hmm. Almost sold out in Orange Park. It was like 1,200 people up there. Okay. Like I said, me just being a Southwest Floridian, I realized it's more South Florida, and then I thought it was just South Florida, but then you go to Orlando, Tallahassee, and even when we do the Tallahassee and the North Florida shows, I've been realizing a lot of people from Georgia and Alabama will drive down just to catch the show. So
that's cool.
It's even been stretching outside of Florida, so it's been crazy.
That is cool. Now, if you've never seen one of his videos, I'll give you a quick little taste here. This is OMGItsWicks, some of the stuff he's doing.
What's going on out here? Florida puddle gator, boy. What I told you, if the water is wet, then it probably got a gator in it. Only in Florida. I'm just glad I got it on my flip phone.
Manatee influencer? Hey, boy, count me in. Flip phone activate. Manatees are a vibe in Florida. That's why Floridians don't play about these manatees. Boy, hey, don't mess with the manatees. We get active for real. High-level Floridian. Got my Florida senses tingling, so you know what comes next, right? Flip phone activate.
Flip phone activate.
Hey, I had a question. How many, so when you're doing videos per week, do you have a set number that you have to kind of hit, that you have in your mind, or is it kind of different from each week?
My goal is 3 videos a day. That's my goal.
Okay.
Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, but my goal is actually 3 videos a day. And I try to release at least 3. Even if I record 6 there, sometimes I'll still just release 3 in a day because some of them I don't like. Mm-hmm. But that has happened where there was a video I didn't like, I didn't release it. And then there's a day where I'm super busy and I don't have time to record a video. I release the video that I didn't like and it'll go viral. So you just never know.
Yeah.
My goal is 3 a day.
Yeah. So where are you finding, because you're taking a lot of videos that you're seeing other places. Are you just seeing those on social media sites, or where are you finding your inspiration for a lot of stuff you're putting out there?
So when it comes to my character videos, like if I'm humidity or anything like that, that's more like things that I've dealt with. And I'll kind of try to put it in a video form. But as far as the actual flip phone videos, either it's something that I'll see while I'm out, or somebody will take a video of something crazy and they'll send it to me, or it'll be something that's going viral on social media and I'll get like 1,000 tags on it. So it's like a combination of all of it. But it's been working so far.
Yeah, no, I mean, it definitely has. I think it's definitely connecting. People love it. Now, we talk a lot about the animals that we have in South Florida. And in fact, even just today, Jaybird almost stepped on a snake. And do you know the saying about the red and black and all that? Is that because we had to kind of look that up? Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Red touch yellow, kill a fellow. Red touch black, venom black, or friendly Jack.
Yeah. I think you gotta know that. Yeah, we had that. Yeah.
I seriously almost stepped on I was an inch away from stepping on the snake this morning in the dark, but I think it was just a corn snake. I think it's one of them bitch snakes.
Yeah. You gotta know, like, what he just rattled off, though. Like, every South Floridian should know that whole thing about, Jack and whoever it might be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And
some guy named Jack. So.
Yeah. Wicks, you gotta check this. I don't know if you can see our camera, but I got this email from Melissa. She stayed in an Airbnb in Delray Beach last weekend, and when she went out on the back patio, there was a full-on snake skin. I would say it's probably about 6 to 8 feet long.
Ooh.
And it was just hanging right there. And it like climbed up in the lights and then just slid it all the way down. Look at it. When you walk out
hell no.
When you walk out your back patio, there is like an 8-foot-long snake skin that it's just hanging right there. I'm like, yeah, if she got a video on this is something Wicks could definitely use. And look at that thing. Doesn't it look like look at that. Doesn't it look like the devil?
That's wow.
Yeah.
That is wild. Yeah, that is.
South Florida is wild,
well,
man.
Just even in my own backyard, every single day I'll go out there, there's some kind of weird animal thing going on. Yeah. The other day I walk out, there's just this dead bird that clearly flew into my wall and just died right there. Every single day it's a new thing.
It's something.
Yeah.
It's something.
That's kind of, I think, comes with the Florida life, even especially South Florida life, because different parts of Florida has different things. Like the Central Florida, they have wild monkeys up there.
Oh yeah.
And then down here, we have every lizard you can name. Iguanas on our side, on the west side. I'm not sure if they've reached the East Coast yet, but we have monitor lizards.
Yeah, we're getting a few of those over here as well. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They've been eating people's cats and stuff. We have the tegus and all kind of different things out here. So everything, I think and I tell people this, when they move to Florida, just expect a lot of wildlife. Don't try to just leave the wildlife alone. Most of the time it'll leave you alone. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for, and I've seen a ton of your videos. I'm not sure if you ever done anything with the python situation out there in the Everglades, but I kind of feel like they are going to be they're going to start migrating north to these counties up here eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I went python hunting with Python Cowboy, not last year, the year before last. I actually went python hunting with him. I caught like an 11-foot python.
Whoa.
But they've actually been as far north as like Port Charlotte on our side. I live in Lehigh, and I think down the road, maybe 5 minutes, there was like a 10-footer that someone had killed and left on the side of the road. But yeah, they've been, from what I understand, and I've been talking to a lot of the scientists, they're starting to move more north because they're realizing that they can dig further down into the ground, I guess, when it gets really cold to like stay warm. So they've been moving more north.
Okay.
Yeah, they're sneaky.
Yeah,
they are.
No, they're wild. And, I think maybe the craziest thing we have, too, that's really just jumped out. What is the iguana population like over there for you guys?
It's not, I think on y'all coast, it's a lot worse, but it is pretty bad over here. I know we had a building in Cape Coral where like a lot of people were complaining because iguanas had taken over this abandoned building and it was like damaging everybody's property around that building. And they were complaining about it, but the iguanas are everywhere over here. And like I said, we have the monitor lizards, the tegu lizards, and the iguana, they're everywhere.
Do you have everybody on the news channels over there in Port Charlotte and on the West Coast, Fort Myers, always doing the frozen iguana thing and them falling from the trees every time it gets below like 45?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So there was one meteorologist, I can't remember her name, but she was the first one I ever seen do it, and that's how she determined how cold it was. I know she was on the East Coast. I just can't remember if it was Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, the newscasters, they love an iguana story. It's big over here.
Yeah, they can't wait.
When she did it though, it went so like, because I always made videos about how the iguanas fall out of trees, and they kept going viral. And she did it to where she could tell how cold it was. And she went viral for it. And then I think the next year after that, every meteorologist in the South Florida region started making iguana scale. But it's more so like they'll see something that is working, and then they'll kind of like, let me just borrow that. But I can't remember her name. So
it's connecting,
for being the first meteorologist.
In fact, the St. Louis Cardinals, the franchise we have over here in Jupiter, they play 12 games now as the Frozen Iguanas. And I've
seen that.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's fun, though.
I was out at the park the other day, and a bunch of kids had the Frozen Iguanas hats on, so it's connecting.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are all about
That's amazing.
The other thing, too, about the iguanas, I don't know if you guys have noticed, when they first started to kind of show up, they would scamper away from humans. Now, they don't sweat humans no more. They kind of are like, bitch, what do you got? You're in my parking lot right now.
Yeah.
Like, are we going to do this or what? Like, what are we going to do? No, I'm with you. The iguanas, they don't really care. They just kind of... They see you, you see them. They're like, all right, we're here now. So what are we going to do? So.
Now, I think it was smart. I was happy because recently Florida changed up the state bird. They did have the mockingbird, which I hated because I got a mockingbird nest in a bush right at my house, and those things will dive bomb at your face, man. Those are some nasty-ass birds. So they moved that out, and now I think they're going with, what is it? We got the, what is the state bird? They went to the flamingo, I believe.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to, from what I understand, because I made a video about it and like a bird specialist, because there's always a specialist in everything, y'all. But a bird specialist got on and corrected me and said that they voted for it, but it isn't official yet.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. But I feel like, I know the mockingbirds. I mean, I have one in a tree by my garden, and it waits on me to come outside. Like I have to wear a little helmet and everything because it'll just come and it won't stop. But I feel like that is, the Florida behavior. I feel like they fit the attitude that the mockingbird fits Florida behavior so well.
Okay.
So like we don't mess with you if you don't mess with us. You come near what we have, then we got to take you out. Like I feel like they match the Florida energy, but flamingos are cool. They just started back showing up. I know after we had Ian on Fort Myers Beach, they started showing up like a week later. So
okay, how do you feel about the sandhill crane?
Oh, me and birds don't get along. Birds have a beef with me. I don't know what I've done to them. They chase me. I've been chased by sandhill cranes.
Dude, they got bad energy, man. I'm telling you. People that have pet birds, I don't get it because I'm like, that thing wants to kill you.
Birds can be dicks, man. They really can.
Yeah.
I mean, from ducks, I can't tell you how many times a duck family's tried to, kick my ass.
Right. Peacocks. I've been chased by a peacock. It was very random. Wild turkeys. I don't know what the beef was. It saw me. I saw it, and it just was like, you're the one today.
Yeah.
Geese, they kind of, anybody can get it with them. So I didn't really put them in there, but mockingbirds, blue jays. I had a woodpecker beef at one point. Birds, I don't know. The beef is there.
I had ostrich beef back in the day. When I was a kid, I was at the zoo and I fed an ostrich a stick and it bit the hell out of my hand.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I was like 6 years old. My dad laughed. It was kind of a funny moment.
You made a video, Wicks. I think, was it sandhill cranes that were running a gator across the road?
Yeah.
It was like a pack of 10 of them. It's a great video. You got to go check out. But that was wild, man. They herded that gator right across the road. And that was a big-ass gator, too.
Yeah, and I've been getting more. I actually just got another video somebody recorded themselves, and they sent it to me. I was actually going to release that this morning. But I've been getting more and more videos of sandhill cranes kind of bullying gators away. It's been more and more. And I keep telling people, they come here, they're worried about gator when you have to be worried about these birds. Watch out for these birds. They're crazy.
You're right. I'm right there with you. I asked our YouTube audience what should be the official state bird of Florida, and it's neck and neck with the sandhill crane and flamingo.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Mockingbird only got 15%. Peacock only got 7%. But, yeah, it's okay. Neck and neck right there. So I guess we'll have to see on that.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Now we about to jump into hurricane season. Now I know you got several videos on that. You know, that's the one thing when you're new to Florida, I think you're just trying to figure out how seriously you got to take the hurricane prep. And then I think when people have been around a little bit longer, on the East Coast, we got lax because you're right. You guys have been getting nailed on the West Coast. Do you guys, you really taking it serious over there, hurricane season?
Oh, no, not the people. Like, we do to a certain extent. So I don't want to be like, oh, we don't. It's just we've been here our whole lives. So like the ones that have been here forever through all of them, you kind of just know what to expect, what areas are going to flood, what areas are not going to flood. Like, you kind of know what to expect. So it's the same as y'all coast. Like, you'll see videos of us outside doing random stuff. I think when it hit, I can't remember, one of the ones from 2 years ago, there was a guy in Tampa, his apartment flooded, and he was in a kayak live streaming in his home while it was flooding. It was like, it was hilarious.
Oh, that went viral, didn't it?
Yeah, it went real viral.
I remember
actually met
that.
him. He's very cool.
Oh, that's crazy. That's wild. No, you're right. You got to have that kind of energy right around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, now tell me a little bit about the food. If you had to say, what do you think should be the signature food for Florida, and particularly South Florida? Because I know a lot of people say the pub sub is it. Would that be your food, or do you think it should be something else?
I mean, that's what I would choose. But, I'm a little biased. I'm at Publix every day. A lot of people think that this Publix thing came along after I started making content. But I've actually been going to Publix every day since way before I started making content.
That's
this
funny.
Is my daily trip.
That's so funny because I got called out before too, because I grew up here in South Florida my entire life, and the Publix sub, I would talk about it just automatically on the air because I grew up with it. People go, man, you're getting paid by Publix to say that. I'm like, no, I'm getting shit from Publix. I love their subs.
Yeah, this is how I grew up. So it's not like and I always have to tell people, like, the people at my Publix, they knew my name, my real name, before I even started making content. It was a shock to them when they realized that I was the same person. Wow. Because they had seen me for so long every day that they were like, wait a minute, you're the guy that started making content. So they can vouch for me. I was in there every day, y'all. This is a real thing.
Well, I believe you
all the time
because I did the same thing. I've done that my entire life. There's been times where I've gone to Publix 3 times in a day.
Yeah.
What is your pub sub order? What do you get, Wicks?
So I do the chicken tender sub.
Okay.
I do barbecue. I do the sub sauce. I do mayo, cheddar cheese. Sometimes I'll add tomatoes and spinach. And I'll get it toasted. I try to keep it basic, but I'll add just enough. I felt like I finally perfected it when I added the tomatoes. I don't know why. It sounds crazy, but the tomatoes is like, and the pickle.
Don't you think that's probably their most famous sub, their most popular, the chicken tender? I feel like everyone gets that thing.
Oh yeah, like even when people come to Florida, like I've seen a lot of people, they making their first trips to Florida, and they'll message me and they'll be like, I just got a chicken tender sub. And I'll be like, all right, how was it? And they were like, I got it like this. And they'll explain to me how they got it. And they were like, it's the best thing I've had. And, it comes from a grocery store. And I'll be like, whoa. This is not a grocery store. It's an experience. It's an experience.
You need to get a deal with Publix, man, if you don't already.
No, I don't have it.
Okay.
That's the other thing. Everybody thinks that I have a deal with Publix. I don't. I'm just there all the time.
That's good. Exactly what happened.
Those are my friends.
Well, what was it like for you? How long did it take before you started getting recognized outside of social media? When you would go to Publix and they would start recognizing you, how long did that take for you? And what's it like for you now in your area?
I started on TikTok, and I think after I hit like 1 million followers on TikTok, is when it started getting like, because I go everywhere. Like, I'm always everywhere. My family, they're like, oh, you can't just be roaming around. And I'm like, I'm still just me. Like, I just roam around most of the time in different Publix. If there's another Publix that open, I'm probably there. But I would say after I hit 1 million followers on TikTok is when I started getting recognized more and more. And then when I started spreading to other platforms is when it really got crazy. So
that's wild.
Now it's wherever I go, I'm taking pictures. But I always tell people, if you see me out, don't be like, hey, I didn't want to bother you. Just let's take a picture. Let's talk.
Yeah.
I'm still just me. Every day I'm out at Publix. You can catch me there.
Yeah, that's great. That's how he's connected. I love that. And we actually had this one time. I'm sure you probably have no memory of this, but we had one of our listeners called you up and got a cameo video that you posted. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear this audio, but Jaybird, maybe you haven't even seen this. Grant got this.
Yeah, no, I remember this.
You remember
this? Absolutely.
This is Wicks delivering you a cameo message.
What's going on out here? What's happening? Jason Cheeseburg Pennington, listen, from the KVJ Show. They just wanted to tell you great job on the movie. Anniversary from the Misfits. It's a great feeling to see all the money that was raised for Little Smiles of Florida and Bigfoot is real. Roar. Hopefully I delivered that exactly how y'all wanted to, but positive vibes only, and that's on Florida.
That's awesome, man.
That is awesome.
That's great. That was perfect.
I do remember that because y'all, like, that was the only time I had to roar. So that one stands out. The best roar I had at the time, y'all.
That's great.
Now, do you sell merch? I mean, is this something, because you got so many great taglines. I mean, people in our chat room, like they know your taglines, they know all that kind of stuff. I know it so well. I assume you're doing it.
Yeah, so I have a merch site. My site is OMGItsWicks.com. I have a merch site. I mean, if you catch me at any one of my shows, I always have merch with me. So
what would sell better? Do you have a flip phone activated shirt, and do you have a What's Going On Out Here shirt?
I actually have the flip phone activated shirt on.
That's awesome.
I have the What's Going On Out Here. I have the flip phone activated. I have so many. The What Would Floridians Do? I can't talk right now. I'm Floridian. It's just a bunch of different shirts that I think of, and I'll just create and put them out and see how they do. But I have a lot of merch, so it's a lot. Maybe like 15 designs right now.
That's awesome.
When you do live shows, how many do you do per month?
So I started out doing one because I just started in August, and it was something that I was like, hey, I don't want to get burnt out. But now I think I've fallen in love with it. So I'm like calling. So it used to be one a month. And then I started calling them like, hey, let's add this show. Let's add this show. And it starts becoming like 2. I think June we have 3 different cities. So maybe 10 shows that month.
That's awesome. Wow. That's very cool. That's great, man.
That's great.
Yeah, like I said, I'm very impressed with the videos I saw. I can't wait to see. Going to be tomorrow at the studio at Meisner Park in Boca Raton, Josh Wicks Robinson. You did mention that you really love the sketch comedy Chappelle's Show, and I just want to get your thought on this, where Dave Chappelle is talking about Eddie Murphy joining him if they do a reboot. What do you think that would be as good as it could be?
I think that would be, because Eddie Murphy is also one of my favorites. Yeah. Like growing up from, like any movie that Eddie Murphy's done is like on my top. So with him, Dave Chappelle being, I mean, I wish Charlie Murphy was still here so that we can get Eddie and Charlie Murphy.
Right.
But I do think that would be legendary. Even if they get Eddie for one season, I think that would be legendary.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, that'll be amazing. Yeah. I'm going to tune in immediately. So
yeah, no doubt. I don't think I miss it. All right, where can everybody find you to follow you? We know Instagram, TikTok. It's just OMGItsWicks on all platforms.
Yeah, Facebook, YouTube, anywhere. If you just type it in, I'm going to pop up. Or you can type in Flip Phone Guy or Florida Guy, and I'm going to pop up.
Flip Phone Guy, Florida Guy. Wicks, I tell you what, man, you always got a home here on the KVJ Show. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Y'all invite me back on. I'm coming back. We'll be in touch because I got some more stuff on y'all coast, and I definitely will be back.
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to check out one of your shows for sure.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Next time you just come and hang in studio, okay?
Oh, let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Okay, man. It's great seeing you. We'll keep watching the videos.
Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a good day.
Okay, man. You too. There you go. Thanks very much to Cesar for setting that up. He's a big old guest booker. He's getting a lot of stuff done, though. So Yasik's in there hanging out as well. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, he's cool dude, man. He does really funny stuff.
that was a fun interview.
Yeah, he's just got great energy, too. Got great energy.
Back-to-back fun interviews. I enjoyed yesterday's interview and today.
I love it. Yeah, it's a great place for him, man. You don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to worry about somebody says a dirty word. You just, it's all good.
It is nice. You can allow someone to talk for a long time and just let them get it all out.
Right.
On the regular show.
Not do commercials and contests.
Boom, bam, boom, boom.
Right. That's a lot more fun. One thing we were talking about today on the regular show, we were doing the Would you rather? And it was step in a puddle or walk through a cobweb. And Danielle said, yeah, one night when I was in college, I got home late. I needed to walk my dog. I live in an apartment complex. And as we were walking through the back area in the dark, I walked straight through a spider web. I'm absolutely terrified of spiders. And so I let my leash go. My dog ran off and I started screaming and ripping off my clothes. My neighbor, who I did not know, came running out as I was screaming, "Are you okay? Do you need help?" I was so embarrassed as he probably thought I was being attacked as I was screaming with my clothes on the ground, and I briefly explained what had happened, found my dog, got home, took the rest of my clothes off at the front door, put it in a bag, threw them away, and took 2 showers immediately. I would much rather walk through puddles all day long. Right, Denny's?
And the thing about the spider web, you think, you never know when it's off. Even when you get it all off, you still think it's on you. And then you think there's a spider crawling up your butthole. It's awful.
It is. It's terrifying. It's maddening, and then it gets up in your hair, and you can't get rid of it.
Or then you just feel the phantom spider on you.
Yes.
It's there. No,
I always, you always think that you feel it moving.
Oh, it's awful.
Well, Lynn sent this out. We're talking about some food places to go today. I think my daughter and I are going to go check out The House, which is at the West Palm Beach Public Course. I've seen some stuff there and want to see what that looks like.
I'm pretty pumped. Cesar brought me a pizza from Aldi's. We've been talking about Aldi's.
Oh, yeah.
And I got to tell you, I've never seen how the size of their frozen pizzas. Or what, I don't even know if it's
Cesar,
frozen.
hop in here. We got to talk about that pizza real quick.
It is a very thick crust. It's large.
Okay. I mean, Aldi, Wicks is all about Publix, and I think that's all great, but, that's the one thing I've been hearing here recently is just the knock on the cost, and everybody's watching with the gas prices what they are. The Aldi is just popping, man.
I mean, look at the size of this thing.
Yeah.
This thing is massive.
Big. I don't even know, what would that be, like a 16-inch somewhere around there? Is that hop on that microphone. You got Virginia's mic. Get on.
I think that's
like 16 inches, and it's relatively inexpensive. I think it was like less than $8 or something like that.
That's amazing. And I've had word of mouth on this pizza is really good.
Yeah.
I'm surprised this is not a $12 pizza.
It's a staple in my house. Also, the Aldi blue bag, we call it the blue bag chicken tenders. There's a blue bag and there's a red bag.
What's the difference?
The blue bag is a tenders, the red bag is a nugget.
Okay.
So when my kids are like, "Hey, Dad, get the blue bag," I know what they want. But it's a staple. The blue bag and that pizza, staple.
We just had that debate yesterday, nuggets versus fingers or tenders.
Yeah, somebody was, our good friend Heidi in Texas was kind of giving me that, because I admit, I don't understand. What's the difference between a chicken finger and a chicken tender?
I think it's length.
I think it's processing too. I think the nugget is kind of like a puree that gets shaped and then breaded, where the tender is more like the actual chicken. Like you take a breast, for example, you cut it, and then you bread it.
I didn't realize my chicken ignorance, but I really
think a
do
nugget
not
is
know.
like the process, like the leftovers, like
Okay.
rib, the all the stuff you normally wouldn't eat.
Right.
But it's still chicken technically.
Yeah, for far too long, I've been living with this chicken arrogance, and I kind of needed to be knocked down a peg, because you're right. I don't know shit about chicken tenders or nuggets.
I mean, you think about like McDonald's, for example, right? You get a McDonald's chicken nugget, and then you order the McDonald's chicken tender, and the price difference between those two meals is like almost $4. So clearly, the tender is the higher quality chicken versus the nugget.
The tender usually gets the, as Virginia would say, it's the elevated. Yeah,
yes.
it's an elevated poultry.
Yeah. I didn't even realize, first of all, I mean, it's ridiculous because, chickens don't have fingers, but they say the chicken tenders come from a specific muscle under the breast, while chicken fingers are generally strips of breast meat. The difference lies in the cut and sometimes the preparation method.
Okay.
It seems to be.
So then what's a nugget then? Because now you're looking at fingers, tenders. What's a nugget? Because that's a whole different chicken now.
You take the chicken finger and you squish it together, make a little
See,
nugget.
I'm more of a tender guy.
I'm a tender guy.
Yeah, I don't even know what I am.
I feel like a nugget is heavily processed. Leftovers.
Look, I'm not gonna go out in the microphone and say I don't like the nugget. I think you got to respect it. But yeah, when it comes
if I had
to
pick one, if you're bringing me 2 plates, I'm picking the tender versus the nugget.
And doesn't Chick-fil-A, don't they do their nuggets from the breast?
Yeah. Chick-fil-A's got like the high quality one. They also have that grilled nugget.
They do. It's fantastic. That's what I get.
Yeah, they do have good nuggets.
The grilled nugget is so good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good. The recommendation we had here for food, Lynn was saying, if you do go to a Blackbird Social, they have a happy hour on Saturdays that starts at 4, and you don't need a reservation. You just got to get there at 4. Best place in the Jupiter to Tequesta area, she says.
I got to go to this place then.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's been wanting to go for a while. And every time we drive by, she's like, oh, there's Blackbird. But then I heard it was hard to get into.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, I saw right after the NFL season, they had the Patriots quarterback was there with a couple of NFL guys.
Oh, so this is fancy.
They weren't dressed so fancy. They were dressed like, cool NFL guys.
Will my best TJ Maxx outfit be suitable for that? Will that be okay?
That's a good.
I don't think it's elevated enough.
Yeah, it might be on the cusp.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not the guy to ask. I really don't know.
Hey, so really quick, Kevin, before you guys get out, the OMGItsWicks, there was something that I realized he didn't get a chance to mention. He is actually going to be starting a podcast soon.
Oh, okay,
so he's venturing into the podcast world. So I just want to let people know that to look out for a future podcast from him.
Okay, yeah, I'd be curious to hear what he's going to do. What's the reason we got to bring him back then?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think he'd be willing to come back. He was really wanting to show up. It's just his travel time just didn't work out. So I'm glad the video link worked. I'm glad that it was able to be tested.
It was great.
With
It looked
Bird
amazing.
While he was out. It worked great.
Yeah.
It looked great.
They did a great job.
I didn't want to bore the audience, but I was about to start asking him about, so what kind of camera you got there? What kind of lighting is there?
Yeah, he looks good. He looks good.
It looked good. It looked good.
It was lit well.
Yeah. Our team, we got it. So I'm very happy.
Thank you very much, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
No, thank you, everybody. Thank you very much for setting it all up. He was cool to talk to. All right, thank you all. You have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday. What do you say? I don't believe Virginia's going to be joining us, though.
Then
she gets in late.
The dirt of the J?
I believe it might be, yeah. It's just a dude show, so expect a lot of sensitive relationship discussions. That's what we do. When Virginia takes off, it turns into the girl show. So we'll see you back here for that on Monday. Goodbye.